KWTX News 10.
Good afternoon, and thanks for joining us today at noon. I'm Chantel Ropp. This Chicago girl is excited about 70s and 80s.
I know, you're like, what is this?
Following his visit to El Paso, the president will head to Mexico City for the North American Leaders Summit to discuss immigration, drug trafficking, and economic partnerships. An alarming situation at a Pennsylvania airport where TSA workers found what looked like explosives in a suitcase. Welcome back to Midday. It's Fuzzy Friends Friday, the best day of the week, and we're joined here with Kathy Robnett. And who is this little bundle of joy?
This little darling is Peaches.
The Big 12 tournament is underway in Kansas City today. The Baylor men are playing right now as we speak, and the women starting some activities already. Early signs indicate the cause of the derailment could be a faulty wheel bearing on one rail car. And still to come on News 10 at 10, a group of fifth graders in Wisconsin is working to make play possible for everyone with an inclusive playground idea. A once-in-a-generation storm that will produce blizzard conditions from the central to eastern U.S. The countdown is on for the 95th Academy Awards. This year's show could be filled with some history-making moments. Well, thank you, Sean. I'm definitely not mad about some of those clear skies we might be getting later, but her main caregiver is her roommate, her 97-year-old sister, Pacola. Nina and Pacola are the only two sisters left of, get this, their 20 siblings. Jillian, the freezing temperatures are here, and please tell me they're not staying. Earlier this week, we told you about the long ER wait times some Central Texans have been experiencing recently due to a rise in influenza, RSV, and COVID-19 cases. So raise a glass tonight. Salute. I mean, there's still an hour and a half to celebrate this very important holiday. A mass shooting in Germany has left 6 people dead. Armed police arrived shortly after gunfire was reported last night at a Jehovah's Witness meeting hall in Hamburg. A few weeks ago, 4 fifth graders pitched the idea of an all-abilities playground at a crowdfunding event. Well, they won the money and hit the ground running. It may be early, but there is a lot of hustle and bustle going on right now at the Waco Regional Airport. You can see behind me hundreds and hundreds of folks already lined up waiting to make their way inside those entry gates. I'm here at the Swifty Swine Racing, joined with Shannon and Honey Boo Boo, the piglet. I'm so excited to be here. Shannon, can you tell us a little bit about the swine racing and Honey Boo Boo? Yeah, that's right, Lauren, Justin. Like you said, I'm here in front of the Epic Rail Yard Event Center, where Beto's watch party will be happening shortly. And like you mentioned, I did have the chance to speak with some voters earlier today. We headed to some polling centers to see who they're voting for and why. Thank God the family wasn't here when this happened. As you can see behind me, lots of debris still from this crash. Windows are shattered, wood everywhere. And we're told by family members that the impact of this crash caused the foundation of the house to shake, and now the electricity is out. It is a cold one this morning, but that is not stopping Baylor fans from coming out today for this game. Now, the big noon kickoff is here behind me, and you can see the energy is vibrant. Fans are coming in, they're excited. It may seem quiet right now, but it won't be for long when the doors open up at 10 a.m. Now, folks can expect the traditional St. Patty's weekend favorites. Yeah, Megan, that's right. Good afternoon. Like you said, folks.
Celebrate it! Make America great again!
We have lots of excited folks here right now, excited to enter. The McGregor Mirror is a hyper-local newspaper with a ton of history here. You can see here on the historical marker that this is the original building where the paper was established in 1904.
The whole history of the Mirror is our family.
Bonnie Mullins comes from generations and generations of McGregor Mirror ownership.
And these cases are original to the Mirror.
Her grandfather started working for the local newspaper, nestled on McGregor's Main Street, back when it was founded in 1904, before eventually taking over as editor. He passed ownership on to her parents, who then passed it on to her and her siblings, Charles and Minette.
My sister and brother and I worked here, and so we took over, and we worked together since in the early 80s.
But when Charles died in 2021 and the other siblings were ready to retire, they sold the paper to an out-of-town investor who ultimately stopped printing earlier this year. But a new familiar face,
we decided it would be a good fit.
With deep roots in the small town.
My wife's family traces their roots in McGregor to 1880, before the town was even founded.
is stepping up to the plate. McGregor ISD Superintendent James Lenneman may be an unlikely owner and editor of a newspaper, but says he's about to retire from education and was inspired by his daughter's internship at the paper years ago.
I watched my girls grow up in the McGregor Mirror from the time they were just little girls through graduation, through their college days. And I'm not unique. Everybody in this town has watched family grow up in the McGregor Mirror, and there's no reason for that to go away.
Both Lenneman and Mullins say there's a lot of learning to do as Lenneman finishes out the school year and transitions into his new role. But they're both excited about bringing the personal hometown feel back to the McGregor Mirror.
They know the paper's in good hands. And that's one thing that they've all said, we need our paper, and James is going to do great things with it, he and his family.
He's hopeful the first issue will be out next month. In McGregor, Chantel Ropp, KWTX News 10. That is all the time we have today at noon, though, so thank you for tuning in. Be sure to join us back here today at 4. Until then, have a great afternoon.